Hello, today we're going to look at an M.2 drive and whether to put a heatsink on it or not. Quite a few of these do come with heatsinks built in, but not all of them. This one didn't, so I'm testing it without a heatsink and with the heatsink just to see what difference it makes. Heat is one of the biggest killers of computer components. So if you want your drives and your system to last a good time, for a long time, we need to keep the heat down. So let's give it a test and see. So doing a slow format, which is really going to work the drive, 32 degrees at the moment. I've sped it up because it's quite a fast process. Well, not a fast process. But you can see the temperatures are really climbing. So we're at 52, 53, 60. It's just going crazy. And I'm not going to let it go to 70. Still going. 67, terminated it. Temperature's dropping quickly. There's not much latent heat in these because they're so tiny. So anyway, now I need to take the drive out. I've had it on a PCIe card, so you can see it here. The first thing to do is unscrew it from the PCIe card. It's one screw at the front. And when you take it out, you try and keep it as flat as possible because you don't want to bend anything. Still got it on an anti-static mat. It's a lovely piece of kit. I really do like these. Okay. This is the heatsink I'm going to put onto it. I've chosen it because it's got two halves that clip together, metal to metal. You can buy other ones where you use a silicone band, but if it ever came off inside the machine, that'd be disastrous. So I prefer something that's never going to do that, no matter how old it gets. I'm just checking out the distances because that sits uncomfortably close to that LED. And this is how it can go together. It's slid. When you put it together properly, it will just clip down. But I'm just checking out fitment and to get some idea of how much it needs to protrude each end. Showing the second camera quality is so bad, but never mind. Anyway, so that's how it should look once it's on. Still pointing out this component closeness. The capacitor case probably won't matter anyway, but it's the LED pins which concern me. This is a coating of the thermal tape, well, the thermal sticky tape, I should say. It's got two sides to take the coating off. The one I've taken off already should have actually been done second, not first. It doesn't matter thermally, it just makes it harder now for me to get this other one off, as you can see. So it takes a bit of gentle determination. Doesn't matter that it breaks a bit, it'll still be fine in terms of conductivity. If I can keep it just to that break at the one end, the better. So then we put the M.2 drive on it, top facing up. You can check that it's out enough both ends, so there's a bit of tolerance on this. Just give it a bit of extra thermal tape that came off. I can put the lid on, so again you take off the covering. And now we clip it down, we don't slide it. So just clip one side, and it's quite firm. And clip the other side, all in. Looks good. I'm actually really pleased with the look of the heatsink. It doesn't really matter once it's inside, you don't see it. But it's always nice if your high-tech kit looks as high-tech as it is. Here's a bit of a problem because I've got quite big fingers, so I can't get my finger in that gap. So I'm going to have to switch to my pinky finger. If you have a magnetic screwdriver, you don't need to do this, but I don't, so gently, once it bites you can screw it in, and these need to be done up firmly but not too tight. You don't want to strip a thread or break anything, so don't gorilla it, just make it firm. If you've got any doubts, you can put some thread lock on it. I'm still checking out this gap for the LED. Last thing I want to do is have a short, and I'm sliding a bit of paper just to make sure there's a physical gap. Being old, my eyes don't like such close-ups. And that's it. Kit done. This is what I bought to put in there. So, and I'm not affiliated to any of that. Really, really nice. Now it's back in the PC, and we're going to test it again. Same test. Heavy format. So we take off the quick format option, and we start. And again, it's going to be fast forwarded. I think I've fast forwarded 100 times. And now you can see the format's progressing. It's already further than it got on the other one with no heatsink. Temperature still only at 31, 34, 35, 36. It's going up quite slowly, and it's not reaching any drastic numbers yet. One thing worth bearing in mind is that this is a 4-lane Gen 4 drive, and the card I've got it in is only a Gen 3 2-lane. So it's performance-wise, it's way below what it's capable of. But for the purpose of seeing difference with and without heatsink, this is quite a good test still. I saw 46, but we are not heading towards 70 plus. I don't even know if we're going to get above 50. But generally this is quite pleasing. It's the kind of result I would have hoped for. And it's definitely answering the question of, do you need a heatsink or not? Yes, you do. So if your drive doesn't come with one, I think I'd say get one. Almost done. There we are, format complete. Now watch your temperature, 41. And it's not falling as fast because there's a lot more latent heat. You've got a lot more metal there. So it's longer to heat up and longer to cool down. And there you have it. If you have an M.2 drive and it doesn't come with a heatsink, I would get one. Hope that helps.